Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you love keeping up with all the fun and wild moments from Live with Kelly and Mark, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about a segment that had the entire studio and viewers at home bursting out in laughter. We're talking swaddling, Gelman's bizarre ideas, and Kelly Ripa's legendary response. You don't want to miss this one. Things got extra cozy on Live with Kelly and Mark on Thursday. Discussion of adult swaddling began with Kelly Ripa sharing her thoughts on weighted blankets, which, despite previously being all the rage, she now feels claustrophobic in. Mark Consuelos teased that's not a weighted blanket, but rather him giving Ripa a hug. That's me trying to cuddle, he added. Ripa continued, well, they're saying forget weighted blankets. Swaddling, adult swaddling, is going to help you sleep like a baby. Although Consuelo said he can swaddle and is a good swaddler, Ripa offered to swaddle him on the air. Do you want to try it? She asked. Consuelos replied, right now. After the two co-hosts rose from their seats, Ripa grabbed a yoga mat and asked where she should place her newborn baby, meaning Consuelos. Oh good, we got a nice, dirty yoga mat, she joked. Ripa then secured her favorite blanket to swaddle Consuelos with, but she said that he was too big to be swaddled. Gelman, this is the dumbest idea you've ever had, she chided Live's EP Michael Gelman. From off-camera, Gelman said they may bring in an adult swaddling expert to actually do this to both of them on air. It'll be a public service announcement, he added. Meanwhile, Ripa caught Consuelos closing his eyes for a snooze. Mark's going to bed. I hope you're happy, she teased. While Consuelos initially said he felt great after being swaddled, he ultimately concluded that he was not sure he would like it. Ripa then determined the perfect candidate to be swaddled on the show. Well, we should have Art Moore come back and we'll swaddle him, she proposed, referring to their recently retired executive in charge of production. As they returned to their co-host's desk, Ripa issued an apology to the audience. Sometimes we try things here, and they turn out to be really dumb, she quipped. Live with Kelly and Mark airs on weekdays. Live with Kelly and Mark fall into the season week, S3E18 September 26, 2024 on ABC. Fall into the season week season 3 episode 18 episode summary. The upcoming episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, titled Fall into the Season Week, promises to be an engaging and informative installment. Scheduled to air on ABC, this episode features the talented Niecy Nash Betts, known for her work in the series Grotesque Scary. Her presence is sure to bring energy and excitement to the show. In addition to Nash Betts, Dr. Janine Downey will join the hosts to share valuable tips on preparing skin for the winter months. As the weather changes, many people look for ways to keep their skin healthy and hydrated. Dr. Downey's insights will help viewers understand the best practices for winter skincare, making this segment particularly relevant as the season approaches. This episode is part of the Fall into the Season Week theme, which aims to celebrate the joys of autumn. With engaging conversations and expert advice, it promises to be a delightful watch for fans of the show. Viewers can look forward to a mix of fun and practical information that will help them transition smoothly into the new season. What time is the Fall into the Season Week episode on? The Fall into the Season Week episode of Live with Kelly and Mark will be broadcast on September 26, 2024 on ABC at 9:00 a.m. at ET/PT. Is the Fall into the Season Week episode new? The Fall into the Season Week episode of Live with Kelly and Mark is all new. Live with Kelly and Mark Fall into the Season Week cast and stars. Live with Kelly and Mark series information. After hosting Live with guest co-hosts for nearly a year, Kelly Ripa gets a permanent co-host, and it's a name that is familiar to people, Ryan Seacrest. The longtime radio and TV personality joins Ripa who has been a fixture on Live since 2001. While hosts have changed since the Live franchise began in the 1980s, the show's tried-and-true format survives. The show kicks off with Kelly and Ryan discussing what is going on in their lives and in pop culture, with producer Michael Gelman often chiming in with his own musing. The episodes focus on the host chatting things up with their guests and enjoying performances by musical guests. Viewers also get a chance to win prizes, usually vacations, by correctly answering trivia questions posed by the MCs. Kelly Ripa shades Live EP Michael Gelman for having her Swaddle Mark Consuelos on the air. The dumbest idea you've ever had. Kelly Ripa calls out Live producer's dumbest idea as she swaddles Mark Consuelos like a little baby on TV. Sorry, we apologize, guys. Sometimes we try things here and they turn out to be really dumb, Ripa joked as she wrapped her husband in a giant blanket. Kelly Ripa thinks whoever came up with the idea to have her swaddle her adult husband, Mark Consuelos, in a giant blanket, like a sweet little baby, needs a quick timeout. The Live co-hosts and real-life spouses got off to a wild start on Thursday morning, after Ripa introduced a discussion point about the reportedly calming effects of adult swaddling, which involves grown folks wrapping themselves in blankets to help them fall asleep. Forget weighted blankets, swaddling. Adult swaddling is going to help you sleep like a baby, Ripa said, citing a recent unspecified study. Consuelos then confirmed, "I'm a good swaddler," before Ripa said she would enlist her husband to demonstrate those talents live on the air. "Where should I place my newborn baby?" Ripa joked as the co-hosts stepped out from behind their desk to spread a giant blanket across the floor of the set. Consuelos then lay down and crossed his arms while Ripa, swaddled him in the cloth. "He's too big to be swaddled," Ripa confirmed, shortly after she gave up trying to fit him inside the covering. She then turned to the show's longtime producer, Michael Gelman, to call out the bit. "Gelman, this is the dumbest idea you've ever had," she said as the audience laughed. "Mark's going to bed. I hope you're happy." Kelly Ripa interrupted by mysterious spooky sounds of unknown origin during Live show. "What is that?" Consuelos confirmed that he felt great inside the blanket, but he's not sure he'd like it in practice in the real world. "Sorry, we apologize, guys," Ripa said as the pair took their posts at the table once again. "Sometimes we try things here and they turn out to be really dumb." Naturally, Consuelos seamlessly transitioned the duo's attention into a discussion about a teenager who recently set the world record for largest feet, he said without missing a beat. Sign up for Entertainment Weekly's free daily newsletter to get breaking TV news, exclusive first looks, recaps, reviews, interviews with your favorite stars, and more. The bit follows a growing legacy of wild on-air antics for the couple, who also recently engaged in tongue measuring, a chat about buckles and straps in the crotch area, and a warning to the studio audience not to put snakes down their pants. Live with Kelly and Mark airs weekdays in syndication. Check your local listings for showtimes in your area. Mark Consuelos has a unique request for Live fans, and it involves Jimmy Fallon. The ABC daytime host wants to win the vote for people's sexiest TV host, and he's up against The Tonight Show star. Folks, Mark Consuelos needs your help with winning a very important competition. Well, at least it's one that's very important to him. The Live with Kelly and Mark star made a plea to his fans while filming the September 23 taping of the ABC morning show. He is in the running to be crowned the sexiest TV host for People's annual Reader's Choice competition, along with fellow show hosts Mario Lopez, Seth Meyers, and Jimmy Fallon. After seeing Jimmy ask his followers to vote for him to win the competition, Mark couldn't help but want the same thing from his own fan base. So last year, you were voted for sexiest daytime talk show host alive. Mark's wife and co-host Kelly Ripa told the audience in a clip posted on Instagram. People magazine has put you in again. Now this is just the sexiest TV host alive, but Jimmy Fallon apparently has put out a plea. Yeah, he asked if I would step aside, Mark jokingly added. I think Jimmy is such a great guy, and over the weekend I was considering it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should pledge my support so somebody else can win. I was like, maybe I should come on the show on Monday and say if you're going to vote for me, you might as well vote for Jimmy. But then I reconsidered. If I don't win, I would love for Jimmy to win. Upon seeing Mark's unexpected request for his followers, it wasn't long before they started commenting with opinions on who should win the sexiest TV host title. I voted for Mark, you always have my vote, one person wrote. Sorry, Jimmy, I vote Mark, another noted. Team Mark, hands down, a different viewer added. Although it's going to be a little while before folks find out the results, Liz is backing Mark in his quest to win this unique title, thanks to a video montage the show uploaded on Instagram. Vote for Mark as sexiest TV host. The caption read on September 24. Kelly Ripa rescues distraught guest. What happened? Sometimes, when you host a talk show like Kelly Ripa does, part of the job description involves rescuing distraught guests. It turns out, this is exactly what happened recently during a segment of the show. So what went down, and how did Kelly have to end up playing the hero? Kelly Ripa has seen it all in her years as a talk show host. When it comes to hosting a popular talk show, Kelly Ripa is now an industry veteran. She has been perfecting her craft for decades. She started out as a co-host with Regis Philbin. She even had American Idol and Wheel of Fortune host Ryan Seacrest as a co-anchor at one point. These days, Ripa shares hosting duties with her husband, Mark Consuelos. However, even though her show has been a family affair for some time, Kelly Ripa still has to prepare for the unexpected and act accordingly. It turns out, this is exactly what happened recently too. On-air prank backfires in a big way. Actor Josh Gad recently talked Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos into letting him pull an on-air prank on Ashley Park, who was there to promote another project. While it may have been all in good fun, this practical joke backfired in a big way. While Ashley Park was filming her segment with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, Josh Gad came up behind Ashley and pulled off a successful jump scare. A startled and terrified Ashley Park collapsed to the floor as the audience roared with laughter. Josh Gad and Ashley Park previously worked together on a drama called A Tree Fell in the Woods. Park said that Josh Gad would prank her on the set there too. So, in a sense, the Frozen actor was merely keeping a tradition alive by giving Park the scare of her life. Kelly Ripa immediately jumped in for the rescue. Following this unexpected prank, Kelly Ripa instantly went into Mama Bear mode and came to Ashley Park's rescue. She shielded Park with a warm embrace. After that, both Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos put out a PSA to never do this to Ashley ever again. At the end of the day, it seemed to be all in good fun. This segment also provided a funny moment that viewers can go back to and watch all over again as many times as they like. Clearly, Ripa has to wear many hats when she hosts her show, as you never know quite what to expect. This time around, she went into protection mode, and everything worked out fine in the end. For all the latest celeb and entertainment news, come back again to TV Show's Ace for more. So, what's the deal with Kelly swaddling her husband Mark Consuelos on live TV? Let's just say Michael Gelman had something to do with it, and Kelly wasn't afraid to let him know how she really felt about it. Stick around, because we're breaking down every hilarious detail of this must-see TV moment. Since Mark Consuelos joined his wife, Kelly Ripa, as a permanent co-host on Live, the show has been full of playful banter, funny stories, and plenty of memorable moments. The two have undeniable chemistry both on and off the air, which is why fans love tuning in each morning. From sharing personal anecdotes about their family life to poking fun at each other in good spirits, Kelly and Mark have kept audiences entertained with their dynamic. But what happened in the recent episode took things to a whole new level of hilarity, and let's just say it involved some swaddling. So, here's what went down. Michael Gelman, the longtime executive producer of Live, pitched an idea for Kelly to swaddle Mark, much like you would swaddle a baby. Yes, you heard that right. Mark Consuelos swaddled on live TV, but things didn't go exactly as planned, and Kelly was quick to call out Gelman for what she described as his dumbest idea ever. And honestly, she might have had a point. The segment started off like any other. Kelly and Mark were going about their usual playful banter when Gelman chimed in with his idea for the day. Kelly would demonstrate how to swaddle an adult, using Mark as the baby. The look on Kelly's face said it all. She was not thrilled. Kelly immediately called out Gelman, saying this is the dumbest idea you've ever had. And honestly, can you blame her? Swaddling your husband on national TV isn't exactly a normal day at the office. Can you imagine the thought process behind this? Gelman must have been thinking, what's something fun we can do today? Oh, I know. Let's have Kelly swaddle Mark. But despite Kelly's protests, the show must go on, and she went through with it, hilariously, of course. As Kelly attempted to swaddle Mark, who, let's be real, was not making it easy, she couldn't help but laugh at how absurd the whole thing was. Between giggles, she kept making cracks about how Gelman's idea was officially the worst she's ever heard. At one point, Gelman tried to justify his decision, saying it would be a fun segment, but Kelly wasn't buying it. Oh yeah, so fun, she responded sarcastically as she struggled to keep Mark wrapped up like a giant burrito. I love how Kelly is never afraid to say exactly what she's thinking, even if it's live on air. And when Gelman throws these wild ideas her way, she's not going to let him off the hook easily. To Mark's credit, he played along with the whole thing like a pro, making faces and cracking jokes as Kelly tried to wrangle him into the swaddle. He even teased Kelly, asking, "Do I feel secure yet?" At one point, Mark pretended to fall asleep in the swaddle, which only made Kelly and the audience laugh even harder. It was clear that while the idea was ridiculous, the two of them were having a great time with it. Of course, fans at home were living for this moment. Social media exploded with comments, GIFs, and memes of Kelly and Mark's swaddling adventure. One fan tweeted, "This is peak Live with Kelly and Mark content," while another joked, "Who knew Mark Consuelos would make such a cute swaddled baby?" People were loving how Kelly and Mark turned this awkward segment into comedy gold, with many praising Kelly's ability to call out Gelman while still making the moment fun and lighthearted. Kelly and Gelman have been working together for over 2 decades, and their relationship is built on mutual respect, trust, and, of course, a lot of playful ribbing. Gelman has been the executive producer of Live since 1987, and he's seen Kelly go from co-hosting alongside Regis Philbin to now hosting with her husband Mark. Throughout the years, Kelly has never been shy about teasing Gelman or calling him out when he pitches ideas she finds a little out there. And honestly, that's part of what makes Live so much fun to watch. The chemistry and banter between the hosts and the behind-the-scenes team. Kelly and Gelman's relationship is built on years of working together, and that allows for moments like this, where she can openly poke fun at him without it being serious. It's all in good fun, and fans love watching their playful back and forth. After the swaddling was complete, Kelly couldn't resist getting one last jab in at Gelman. She joked, "I hope you're proud of yourself, Gelman. This is what you've reduced us to, swaddling full-grown adults on national television." Gelman, always a good sport, laughed it off, and the segment ended on a high note, with Kelly and Mark sharing a final laugh about the absurdity of it all. At the end of the day, it's moments like these that keep Live so entertaining. Kelly's quick wit, Mark's easygoing charm, and Gelman's sometimes wacky ideas all come together to create a show that fans just can't get enough of. Do you think it was as ridiculous as Kelly did, or do you think Gelman was onto something? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, maybe we should start a swaddling challenge. Find someone to swaddle and see if you can do it as well as Kelly did with Mark. Be sure to tag us if you try it out. If you loved this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more hilarious live with Kelly and Mark moments, behind-the-scenes stories, and TV updates. And ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Jaxcey N24. Thank you for watching.